At BMG Rentals, we like to see you get all of your deposit back when you move out of one of our properties. So we today are going to be going through one of the properties with our move out packet that is downloadable off of our website so that you can kind of see what we're going to be looking at in the property after you've moved out. So as we come up to the front of the building, the most commonly missed areas are around the doorknob and then around the door frame. You'll see the cobwebs and items that have been missed there. So as we get into the property, another thing that we will be looking at is the flooring. So in this property, you'll notice that we have linoleum, carpet, and tile flooring. We do have some dirt on the tile there that will need to be cleaned before we can move somebody in. You'll notice that the carpets in here were professionally cleaned before you moved in and will need to be done the same after you've moved out. You can arrange this yourself with a professional company and provide a receipt upon move out, or we can arrange that for you after you have moved out. Another thing you'll need to look at is the walls and ceilings in your property. Make sure that they have been wiped down, that there's no dirt or residue on either one. When we go through a property and we're looking at the windows and blinds, we look for the cleanliness of the window sills and windows and of the blinds, also making sure that the blinds operate properly and that there is a screen in place just as there was when you moved in. One of the most commonly missed items is baseboards and trims. These need to be wiped down and cleaned and ready for the next tenant also. Let's go ahead and talk about kitchens now. When we go into a kitchen, the first thing that we check is that each appliance is clean and operational. A commonly missed area in properties is the inside of the microwave. So make sure that that's wiped out and clean, ready for the next tenant. On the stove, the drip pans sometimes will get dirty, and it is easier and cheaper to go ahead and get those replaced than it is to clean them. Tenants will spend a lot of times cleaning the outside of the kitchen, but they need to make sure that we check inside of the drawers and we clean the garbage and wipe each drawer and cupboard out. The sinks and the countertop also need to be cleaned. Here's another one of the most commonly missed items. A lot of tenants will forget to wipe down the top of the fridge and the vent covers. So if you have a garage or a designated parking area, you need to make sure that it's swept and clean of all debris. That includes garbage. That needs to be taken out to the road before you've left. The lawn, garage, any outbuildings need to be free of all trash, rubbish, cigarette butts, and personal property. So now we're going to check the laundry area. If you have a washer and dryer in your unit, you'll need to make sure that they're clean, that the lint has been cleaned off, and that they're ready for use. If you don't have a washer and dryer in your unit, you'll need to make sure that the floor and the wall area have all been cleaned and are ready. As we check the bathrooms, cleanliness is probably the biggest. Check the drawers. Also, you'll need to check and wipe down the fronts of each of the cabinets and also the mirror and plumbing fixtures. As we also look in the bathroom, the toilet obviously will need to be cleaned also. The tub and shower surround need to be clean and free of any personal items. At BMG Rentals, we like to have all the light fixtures working when a tenant moves in. If your light fixture has 2 light bulbs, both light bulbs will need to be working when you move out. Smoke alarms are very important to us and for your safety. When we come into a property, we always do a quick test to make sure that the battery is operational and that everything is working properly. All closet doors and bifold doors were working when you moved in. We also check those to make sure that they're working and that there aren't any holes or any problems. And also in your utility and closet areas, we want to check and make sure that those areas are clean and maintained also. Damages in a property need to be repaired. You need to make sure that if there are any damages that you have questions about, that you've contacted your property manager prior to moving out. Thanks for taking the time to view this video. We use the same move-out packet that you have now as we do any walkthrough of our properties. This has just been a brief description of some of the items that we find are most commonly missed by tenants. So make sure that you refer back to your move-out packet for any other of the items as you vacate a property.